take a picture with it.
Please stop pictures.
All right. What are we doing? In there.
So,
Messi. Hey. Okay.
we are on vacation. Welcome.
Your alignment.
To the Amstel. Yes.
Mr. Ronald, sir.
Yeah, we're doing in front. Why are you reaching?
DJ Mr. Ali.
Yeah.
Let me go.
Second. You okay? That's on there now, right? That release.
You walk around.
Slow down. Yeah, look.
No, but you cannot do it like that. You already compromised the whole structure here.
Well, after this, President, they go backfill behind the wall, and then we're gonna stop slab on top of it. Well, above this, we're doing a slab all the way to connect back to there.
And then, and look at the size of this drain and the size of this two tube. Does it make any sense?
We got a 4-foot clearance here.
No, look at the size of the main drain and the size of the tube because the water got to come out. This tube can't drain enough water. A layman can tell you that. You did your calculation? And you come up with that two size tube? Who brought NDI?
Lol. Lol.
It might have been directed by the fact that there's a single tube at the head there. So this will have a greater flow that they should discharge one of the end.
Just look at the size of this canal and then that's what it's based on the whole canal. Make sense to you?
President, I think principally the intent is the structure. This trench is relatively dormant. It's not like in the old days, when you had a few flow of water. And they might have been guided by the fact that at the end there's a single tube, which hardly discharges anything in any way.
Don't follow from there. Ready?
On to us. Oh.
That design earlier might have been guided by this one. Might have been guided by this one because this has got one and this side has got two.
But this fence here now is the main one.
Yes, this is the main discharge for the Den Amstel West Fellowship drainage.
So where the two machines we put inside, right? Here.
Yes, there's one at Blankenburg and the other one is on the Den Amstel East Drainage presently.
How much are already clear up?
We might have done about probably about 500 rods, roughly.
So how much more land is open up back now?
No,
Does that help significantly, right?
it is significant, saving except the fact that the weather is wreaking havoc on us. Because even the rice farmers, their numbers are dwindling because of the prevailing weather conditions. And we at our level of operation, we're ill-equipped to really fight the difficulties the weather presents.
So Zulfi, the machine that the two machines that we send, how long they in here now?
They're here for a good time. They got about 25% left. The work that we are average to do, for them 25% left.
Yeah.
After that,
25% Joyce, yeah?
Yes, about that.
So after
And it's
that,
progressing
the maintenance.
satisfactorily.
after that we got to go to another area.
Yeah.
Only if you want to extend anything more.
So how much farmland we have here that can be opened up back now if we want to do a specific process, like if you want to do some aquaculture?
The area's got 800 acres of arable farmland.
But
Agriculture, I reason would be placed on the more frontal parts.
no, but out of the 800, how much is under cultivation?
Well,
Yeah.
currently, we've got
How are you?
an apathetic 15%. Really? Can you imagine? Of my 55 acres, I only planted 3. So it's a significant downturn as it,
How are you?
as it relates to production in the area. Very significant downturn.
But that's what we gotta get back to land into production.
We're praying for the weather. Should we get a monsoon?
The weather you're getting a monsoon now.
Well, I know you control a lot of things, but
Oh, but you ain't get that. The weather, you're getting better weather now.
yes, these past few days have been really very good.
Good afternoon. How are you?
This road was a gift from President Ramaphosa a couple of years ago when he was in office. He being a congregationalist, the church had requested this, and he did the true road. Not presently, because the ground, I had to plow the ground up to get it level again. And then the rains came, and even though the region had sent its grader, they weren't able to do anything because of the stockiness of the soil. I was just reading the old notes. This dates way back to 2005, when now Vice President, then President, came to Den Amstel and donated this to the youth. This community center.
Under youth choice.
Yeah, youth choice initiative. The ground was fenced.
Yeah.
You need to step out of that.
Yeah.
The ground was fenced, and the community center was completely rehabilitated. What was obtained here is the misfortune of having the ground plowed and not getting the type of weather needed to level it.
How much money are we spending here now?
So Charles has 10 million in his budget just for the ground and repair of this. And from Public Works side, we're going to rebank the bridge and that road that's going in the end there. And right over north to the fence, we're going to put a basketball court.
Yeah, there existed one there since President Jack Day was here, and it's like Lieutenant Race coming out.
Yeah. I was there. So what we're going to do here is going to, with the community, the voice from the club.
Who we got from the
Where's
club here?
Charles? Charles here?
No, he didn't come.
Kevin. Who from Youth Sports and Culture here?
I don't think anybody. Let me get it, guys. Let me get it. See you from here.
It's a little painful because at this point in time we got our school sports, and this is normally the mecca for such activities in the area.
Yeah, we got to chip it quickly, roll it. And the regional grader came inside here too?
They could not have worked because at the point in time when I saw them coming, the place was somewhat soggy, and with the weight of the machine, it would have made a mess.
Still soft.
Yeah, it still is. Within the NDC area.
There, come.
Miss Lobel, she's the president.
We got to talk about a few things. Now, how are you?
I'm fine.
So they told you we awarded the contract for the ground.
I heard.
And they, so what we're going to do, we're going to be doing back the ground, doing back the pavilion here, and put it in a basketball court. I just saw the bridge also.
Yes.
The bridge, you need some work on the bridge. So I let them also work on doing some work on the bridge.
They do back the bridge.
Yeah, but we gotta work on ensuring this thing is done very quickly.
Yeah.
How did they get it weather?
Yeah.
And y'all gotta monitor it too.
Yes. We
Right?
know that, yeah.
Good.
I rather suspect that there are a few weak places on the fence. Deputy Group told the client you want night is the sports club and the
President still speaking, isn't it? It's not finished.
Yeah, so
let me Sister Love will deal with it because she's more intimately involved with
basketball court,
Okay, the basketball court, the ground, the
ground,
center, the bridge.
center, and the bridge.
And a road running diagonally to the fence so they can access the basketball.
Yes,
And it's
yes.
court easy.
Yeah, and the lights.
Yes.
At present, the lights, none of the lights not working except this one. And we had somebody check it, and what they say, they wanted to go on independent switch because the old one side has one switch. So when you put it on, it like, I don't know what happened. So the guy check it, so we were given an estimate for the materials to run the light, to put them on independent switch. So if we can get that look at.
Let's look at the lights. So we can look at that. Independent switch on the lights, right?
Yes.
how about your fence?
And the fence, there are a few,
Down there as well.
yes, need
That's a
repairs. Yeah.
They can look. So in there, y'all come and look at this. Where is the regional engineer?
Where's the regional engineer? I got my guy here. I got my guy. Where is that? Where's the Papi Ramadou? Dula.
Let them work with y'all.
Yeah. You too.
Let them work with y'all and get this. Now on the agricultural side, who from agriculture is here now? Anybody? Anybody from the agriculture side of the community? You?
Well, I can represent that.
Yeah.
Being a farmer of 50 years standing, but you know.
How much? How much? How much?
Oh, excuse me. President, you say something about the agriculture.
All right,
So between Blankenborg and Den Amstel, how much land you have that is out of production now?
I can speak for the Den Amstel particularly. Mr. Kosel will be able to give you about that. The Den Amstel, we probably got about 700 acres of land not being worked. We have to dive into that, the fact that probably about 300 acres, they're veritable on the bushy. They won't work for like maybe 20, 25 years. But that's in the farming section.
People.
Yes, they're owned by individuals.
Transported.
What I find very irksome is the tendency of people to go on people's private lands and work without their consent. We at your level, you recognize the sanctity of ownership and the rule of law. Both are being violated. It stands as a personal affront to me, because I remember as a little boy, my father was bulldozing land for $12 an hour, and I know we got a big estate. And if the village is going to have a downturn as it relates to land value, but you know, I can go collect the bull and go buy farties. So you see, there is room for us to reform.
Blankenborg, President, is an area that normally, what I should say, apply the relevant system in that when the water is being irrigated, they start prompt like some other villages. As a result of the bad weather, as you know, inclement weather, but we're talking rice farmer talking, situation is terrible bad. Yesterday in the back dam, I tried to make contact with the Vice President's office so that we can get an audience with you or the Vice President. Presently now, 3 tractor and 4 tractor pulling the combine now. The situation when we come to the yield.
Why y'all didn't look after the dam? Where's the fair one? Why wasn't the dam prepared?
We prepare all the dams.
All the dams were
Because of the
prepared.
bad
Coming
weather,
to that,
they go in
Mr.
and they bring it
President,
up
Mr.
steady.
President, coming
All
to
the
that.
dams
It is not negligence of the regional administration nor the NDIA, Mr. Lord. The machines that we have are limited, and I know that the government just now, about an hour ago, I went in and did a physical inspection of the 2 HIMAC, one operating in Blankenborg irrigation and one in Den Amstel drainage. The bulldozer was here about 3 days ago, and I personally sat on that bulldozer from 7 till about 5:30. But the limited amount, and something that I discussed with the engineer just now, the bulldozer that we're having in the farmlands, especially in the back dam. We need the angle blade bulldozer, the straight push bulldozer, creating a pond in the middle of the road and two banks. So when the rain fall, all the water accumulate in the middle of it. Yes, Mr. La, I spoke to him, Mr. President, and he said,
back and forth. When the pull the trailer load, it breaks up, so we bring back the doors. As soon as they do that, that's what we do. We have started to pour this on the road.
Mr. President, we've got a very grievous situation with the black spots. I had attempted to incorporate them in a walking. What used was the Den Amstel fellowship specifically. But I was NDC chairman, I said, man, let me help them by something. Now we've got a problem with the Blankenburg estate since 1997. The proprietrix, who has been collecting rates from the farmers, has not been remitting the rates to the NDC. It's something that we presently try to engage her legally. Because of the Rights Farmer Security and Tenure Act, it makes provision, basic rent, that you money. NDC charges, that's for village office. Bursaries Conservancy charges, that's for what to them buys down there. She pockets all and converts it to our personal use. We're talking about over 22 years of usage of NDC funds.
All right, so here we're going to do. So we have some agreements on how we can deal with this sporting facility. We'll have agriculture come in and talk to them on the farmers.
Right.
Because we got to see how we can put all the land into production. That's the important. Get all the landowners and let's work with them to ensure that they put the land into production. That is a big thing for us now, right? We have to put the land into production. So that's the second thing. And then, of course, in there,
Yes,
you're working on the roads. And
we already have a survey, the 6 million in terms of some of the roads here and on the south side of Den Amstel that we already went and picked up when we came. We already have the BOQ just for us to get the community, because Chief, what we're trying to do with the policy is that people from the community should be involved in the building of the community. So we're getting a couple of people that registered a business to be part of that process.
that is the concrete road.
Concrete roads.
All right. Anything else?
Why not seeming to usurp the function of the chairman? I need to extend a warm gratitude to you for the time you've been in office, for the amount of interventions you've made in this community. As a master of kudos, Den Amstel, don't let me finish it. We needed help and we get help from you. As it relates to DNI, all the DNI interventions in this community from since as I tell you, when they go into doing comprehensions before they bulldoze the land, all the interventions have been during the PPP tenure. It was one under the PRCSS project, one under the East Bank Equitable Development, that's 1995. And I'm grateful. And I extend this as heartfelt gratitude from my community for the interventions you have made. They've been very significant, and we are going to profit from them.
Well, we are not. You know how we stay on it. We are working for the upliftment of the community. We want to see all the community prosper. That is why I'm asking them now, so for you to come in and to see how we can ensure that the lands that are not into production, how we can get them into production. That's important, because that is revenue sitting down. And if it is, we have to sit and work with the owners to see how we can come up with a mechanism through which they can either go back to the land or they can rent it legally to see how it can go into productive use. That is important. The roads on the south side, those were issues raised, as Indara would have said. We're spending a lot of money on the upgrade of the roads on the other side of Den Amstel. But what we want to do is to involve the community, have more concrete type roads, so you involve more labor.
Okay.
Now the young boys, the volleyball, the footballers, I just met with these guys, the national football team and the federation, and I told them we were going to work with them on a national football tournament, a regional tournament before the end of the year. So definitely we will have to get your facility up and running so you can have training very quickly. So I'm going to ask the region and the contractors in there to work to see how we can really get back this facility as quickly as possible. All right?
Sure, just one more thing, just so you know that the sideline dam, it was 165 million, and that project we actually completed, which is Den Amstel sideline, and there's another project for about like 38 million at the back of Den Amstel that we had to revet. Yeah, we had to revet the trench and so to assist the residents there. Yeah, but no, the one at the back. One at the back of 38 million.
You wanted to ask something? Come.
Just let me stick in this one. We need to remember that Den Amstel should do good at cricket too, you know.
Yeah.
The dominance of this football thing is a little...
Right, so I'm in this committee. I planted about 26 acres. During the flood I lost everything. The officer they come and run the real estate thing. I put down my name. The last time when you came to Crane, the minister said that. Okay, the minister said that within August, who didn't get the flood relief. By August, we're going to get the flood relief.
And your one was verified?
Yeah, it was verified.
You verified it?
Mr. President, when you want to bring up this issue, we get a serious rally in this village. Me last over 25 acres. They give me how much? 5 acres.
And you won't get back the full 25 acres.
I know.
If you get back 5 or 6 acres, a compensate as a support.
No, but,
so what
but other guys get acre for acre.
So
they give you anything else besides money? Seed paddy also?
They give me 12 back, but I can't use the paddy if I get money to go into the crop.
Instead of the compensation?
Yeah, in this area, they plant later.
No, but
if you give the man seed paddy, it's being recognized that the man had a loss. Anyhow, so if you deal with this yourself.
All right.
I call the Happy best. And not me alone.
Good afternoon. Mr. President, good afternoon. Nice seeing you. Nice seeing you. And I'm glad that you come to this community. And I feel proud that you come to this community. And I want you to continue to build, as you say, one guy, and don't keep one guy. Mr. President, I got a serious problem already. Like, I'm a young rice farmer, right? Inside this village here, right? And I plant like over like 50 acres of land. I lost about 30 acres of land, right? And we had some people come to verify it, right? When they come to verify it, right now I authorize because I didn't receive a cent from the flood relief. And people come and verify it know that I lost my crop, right? And I love rice work, Mr. President.
All right, don't worry. Who's in the officer here?
Yes, I'm here.
Come. You verify the man thing?
Yes. Mr. President, the farm, yes, indeed lost. Most of them lost due to early season pests. And when we would have verified, we were told that, I was told that the last period was the second week in May to the second week in June. These farmers would have lost in July.
So how did you last it? The flood?
Early season pests.
Yes.
Sir, excuse me.
Let me talk to the farmer. So how, in your estimation, how you lost?
I lost my rice by pest, with some I wouldn't lie, and by flood too. Both.
Okay,
Both.
So you lost some by pests and some by
Yeah.
How much you think you lost by flood?
So I have about 20 acre land. About 20 acre.
20 acres?
Yeah, by the flood. Yeah, and the rest probably by the pest.
Those fields?
And he was the officer who come and verify the field. And I always tell Nafis I want to see the Minister of Agriculture to speak to him.
So the officer said he came and he verified you lost it by pests. Yes. That's what he's saying here, right? You got the minister here, so I'm going to ask the minister to come and he'll have a meeting with all of you because I need you to go back to the crop.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Got the machine park down there.
What you need? You need seed paddy now to go back to the crop?
So if I go back in the crop, I'm going to get seed paddy, I'm going to get fuel. Plus I'm going to get some finance back up.
All right, so
right now I can
tell you about the seed paddy. We can help you with the seed paddy. right? And let's see how if we can help you with some fuel to go back to the crop now.
No problem. Thank you very much.
And get the earliest. But as I said, the minister will come in and meet with all the farmers one time. Right?
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Mr. President,
Yes.
Mr. President, just
Yes.
concerning the bridge here, I am the person to make the representation to the bridge that you just had an inspection of. When Mr. Demerara was in the primary school.
Yes.
And also when the vice president, the kind of guy took a worker, when the vice president went to I got and address the workers, he asked if any problem, we talked to him about the bridge. And indeed the engineer did come our way, we get some action. And I just would like to say thanks that we get the bridge, you know, start doing and these kind of things, because it's long, it's over 3 years now we're trying with the bridge. And finally we get the thing. But one problem we're having now, I don't know if you just look at the street, right, that car that going through. The street is very narrow, and the car, since you make a slight thing so, it's gone, you're gone. Because certain part of the street, it's undermining, right? So as soon as you come off the concrete, straight down you're gone. So I don't know if we could get, you know, a little, we begged them when they was doing it. I personally talked to them concerning putting out one more foot, right? And they said the contract already signed and this is what the contract for or whatever. I don't know if we could get a slight thing, if we could widen the street a little, so that the vehicle them could take, right?
And I will come and look at it.
Okay, so the bridge at the other side, but I personally don't interested in a big bridge going to the end because the street might become a thoroughfare into the street side, right? Everybody gonna just want them come from. So if we could just put back a footpath bridge at the other end, that would be good. And give the street a little, you know, a little foot more, maybe if you got to do one side concrete drain or whatever. Because there's a lot of residents living in the street.
All right,
right?
That's
good.
Yeah.
Concerning rice and forest.
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
I'm going to talk to you, Justin. Let me deal with this community.
Okay.
Right? I'm going to talk.
Yeah, Mr. President, I don't want to go wrong in front. It's another Mr. Forrest fellow coming there. Glad you told him that you will deal with that. Now, Blankenburg is a sword. Mr. Hilliman anywhere around here? The LDC chairman, Mr. Hilliman, is he anywhere around here?
No.
Mr. Hilliman,
No answer.
the deputy, any councillor from the head Blankenburg? Good. Mr. President, hear what happened now. Blankenburg is Nandalal, Elizabeth Nandalal, and I want to be very, very frank. We have a problem with the residents in the area with a drain. The field, it used to be rice field when I was a little boy, and now it was bought by Mr. Boudou, put into a housing scheme. But system never been put in place. What has happened, Mr. President? The road now that farmers have to use is being occupied by villagers and Mr. Boudou. And nobody does nothing. I can take you now, look, I come out with the tractor just now. And the road is completely blocked by Mrs. Nandala. Yeah.
Is this land privately owned?
Well,
very simple question. Is it privately owned?
Well, I would say yes. But the NDC have to ensure. Hold on, Mr. President.
No,
am I not right? Am I not right to say that when this land is being developed, a plan has to be submitted, so that
I agree with all that, but you see, the chairman just tell you, George, he just told you about private property.
No, but hear what happened, Mr. President.
Right. So,
the drain is immediately on the northern side of the people land, and the man is claiming the drain. The chairman was there. Come forward, Sophie. Come. No, come. This is where you got talk. This is not where you got shame face. You're big. You're representative of the area. Now, the chairman said that he would ensure that tube or concrete thing being dug out. Did it happen?
So,
good.
Listen, the drain is on state land?
Yes.
And what's the problem with the drain?
It blocks up the entire passageway where our water has to flow.
What do you mean our water? Personal or the community?
No, the community.
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 It's only a one-way street. And he put a concrete structure directly on it.
You and Dar look at this.
Mr. President, Minister Ejil already visited it. He saw everything. We already went to Minister Darmalal. He saw everything. He spoke to the chairman. He told us he was going to come and visit it, and he never did.
All right, so we get this done, right? We'll get it done. All right.
Minister, we were in Higback Dam and I went in there for the bulldozer.
All right.
I'm from Den Amstel. I'm from the senior citizen, and we would very much like to have exercise machines for the senior citizens to use, because we're here, we have no exercise machine.
You know what we're going to do? We're fixing up this ground nice.
Yes.
I'll ask the Minister of Sports when he fixes it up to ensure that we put a proper walking ring around it, so that the elderly people can come and use the walking ring in the evening. It's much fresher and so on to use the fresh air and walk. So must make sure in there that, like how we doing the other grounds, that we can put a walk path around, walking ring. Right?
Mr. President, I think we should try to drag out to you is a gym. Exercise into indoor.
We'll do it. All the ones that won't be able to walk around could exercise on.
But how we did it in the communities, along the walking ring, you have benches and so people can go and sit down, right? They get some fresh air and so on, right? So these are some of the things we can look at. Maybe even on this seawall here, we can look at and see if we can put some benches along this seawall, so that all people can go and sit down and right?
As a matter of fact, a resident had the idea even predates the one that they got at
Yeah.
Right, so Mr. Vargas?
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. President. I am Ms. Murray Chung, head teacher at Den Amstel Primary School. Now, I'm happy that you're here to address all the concerns. Well, education is one of the concerns that we would like, yes, we would want to address. Presently, we have our school that needs to be repainted. It was in our work plan since last year. It has not been put forward to be done. We have ventilation as an issue within our school. The place is very hot. We have our information technology lab that would have stopped in 2019. I came at the school last year. It started, but then there is a stop again. I don't know why. We really would like for that too.
So we'll check on this for you.
Right, but we have so many other concerns, but those are urgent ones for now.
Definitely.
Thank you very much.
We'll listen. We'll check on this for you, and I'll let the minister write you in the course of next week and tell you exactly what we do.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. President. I'm a resident here. I'm living this road just behind here, which is the main road to the sluice there. Now, the road was damaged when they were doing the pump there. And like 2 days after the road, they decided to pitch the road or whatever they did to the road, some work, we had holes. So the road is no good. So that's one of my main concerns. Then we have a wooden bridge. I think we deserve to have a permanent structure, because that's the main road to the sluice. Anything, they have to use that road to go there. Now, the runners on the bridge that they just did the bridge, like the runners on the bridge, everything start losing as well. That's one of my... It's the main road just behind there. I don't know. I think Mr. Ned probably can give some highlight on that.
It was done to facilitate the establishment of the pump at the back.
But who did it? Which
the contractor?
Which agency?
NDIA.
So that's going on there.
NDIA is
Mr. President.
But you hear what she said? That the rail is losing off and so on.
The runners on the bridge. The road is no good either. If you go now and check the road is no good either.
So you are going to look at this immediately, right?
And I don't know if we can have some development on our seawall as well too, recreational purpose. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that. Sorry. Thank you. His brother is my classmate, Akhtar, and I know him. He used to come with his father, Mr. Ali. Used to in primary 4. He used to come along with his father, but he wouldn't know me. Akhtar know me very well. Sorry.
Good evening.
evening, Mr. President. Good to see you. My problem is I'm an animal activist living here in Den Amstel. Animal activist, and my thing is animals. So people would come to my place and drop off all the animals because I have a lot there. But it's getting out of hand now, and I applied for a piece of land, so where I can go now. I still continue caring for animals, but not so many. But we need more spaying and neutering to lessen the population.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Just walk.
Thank you very much.
You next?
Yeah. Good evening, Mr. President. I am here from the community of Blankenberg scheme. We have a concern on the 2nd Street where the contractor only did the entrance and the front street since last year, November. And this is the ending of 2022. We want to know why did the 2nd Street take 1 year to do?
It's finished now?
Nope.
No, it's not finished. And we are residents of the back street.
No, what should be done about that?
You know, listen, Buruski, 2nd Street. 2nd Street. 2nd Street, opposite Blankenberg, opposite the gas station. Buruski.
We did a T-shaped road in there. And there's one
is remaining.
One remains since last year, November.
Alright, we can't do all one time. The one wasn't contracted.
This is the contract. They parked the machine on the road, and this is
what finished, finish. You can't do all at the same time. That's 1 year, and it's in the program now?
Yes. Yes.
It's in the program now. Alright? So everything is a function of money. Right? So it can happen soon enough. Our residents of the back street, don't worry, it can happen. It affects me a lot. It can happen.
None wasn't finished. None of the roads in the community wasn't done. When we came in, we started doing them one by one. That's the last one that's left to be done.
It was done in the last 2 years for you.
Yes.
Good. And you'll get this one too. Don't worry.
Include the entrance going.
The entrance finished.
Yes, I know.
So this one street that you're showing me, they're saying it's in the program, right? So the program is normally a year program. So that's
so anytime within
this time the next year. Or you're ending.
You're gonna be happy.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Good.
Good afternoon, Mr. President.
Good afternoon.
I'm not from the area, but I just think that you would accommodate. I'm from Larry Trade. There's a new CDC.
Even Larry Trade problem does so. Let me finish the area, right? Like the guys from Windsor Forest, they have to wait a bit, right?
Good afternoon, Mr. President. My main concern, and I was just for clarity, I'm looking for no concerning these farmland at the back is in the NDC where they got this. So they pay rates and tax every year. And nobody know where they, who using it. Nothing that is unfair for you paying you rates and tax for your farmland. And you don't know who using it, where it is. Years story.
So where's your problem?
If we could get some clarity concerning for people locate the land, know who using it and what's not, because since 2008 I've been paying rates and taxes on the back land.
So you got land at the back there?
Each lot in front is a farmland at the back. On the transport, yes.
And you ain't going to check your land, man?
When you don't know where it is, you don't know who using it, nothing at all.
You can't know where your land be.
But when you go to the relevant authorities at the NDC, they've been telling you nothing. The committee.
No, it's a simple solution. Simple. I'll ask the NDC, where's the chairman? Let the NDC put up a map with all the farmland at the back there and put who own it on the map, that's all. So you just go to the map and you see where your land is.
I respect that because every time you go there, fair enough, you go come for pay rates and taxes.
Don't worry.
They're collecting it, who using it, they may know where they.
With respect to your opinion, it is not as simple as that. You see the distance you walk from the road to come here? When you look, you hear bush. So we're talking about
I understand what you're saying.
Tens of acres of land which have...
Yeah, but the first thing you have to do is establish who owns what.
Right.
So that is the first thing the man wants to know. So all I'm asking is for the NDC to publish a map with all of the land at the back there, with the plot number and who's the owner of the plot. That's all.
It would require surveying.
Let me hear now.
All right.
You just told me earlier that people come in and plant other people's land. So how you know it's your land they planted?
No, I don't know.
You have to know your boundaries.
No. The lands that I am planting, they're ours.
I know, I
and I've been
understand
occupying.
that. But if somebody come and plant your land, you will know because you know where your boundaries are. And the only way you know where your boundaries are is because there was a survey.
Right.
Good. So there is a survey before you get to that plan. So all I want is a plan to be published with the plots of land, the numbering of the plots, and who own it.
Excellent.
So make sure that it's done. Right?
Respect to them.
Excellent. All right. So, Windsor Forest people. Yes.
Yeah, concern, we got rice cut at present moment. And the rice bed is terrible bad.
The what?
The rice bed is terrible bad.
dam.
Rice bed. Land, the combine can't travel inside.
We can't harvest the rice.
So, how we can do?
You know, we come ask a little help.
How? If you can't get on the dam, how we can get on the dam?
No, not
No, I understand. You understand what I'm saying?
financial.
But how we can help you financially?
Combine can't make it.
Combine not here going today. It's like passing since yesterday.
When they come and go in the land, they come in the past because the rain.
I understand, but if the rain falls, so if we...
Yeah, we can't. The only thing is that we can't get it. Combine can't get it. You can't get all the rice if the land continue like that. The combine, I saw the picture. Somebody sent me the picture. But the combine they up higher in the air. Yeah. But the land we had to wait until they were hold a little.
The time that the rice crop now. The rice is 40 days or something days already.
So they can't hand cut the rice?
Yeah, no, I was thinking about that. How much acre? How much acre? How much bed?
We got by the hundreds.
Me, we got over 15 acres.
Hundreds acres. We got about 35 acres.
Yeah, a lot
of rice. It's not just a 5 or 10 acre that you can try somehow.
Over a couple hundred acres.
I used to cut 10 acre rice me alone, you know. Hand cut 10 acre rice. Well, you gotta find a solution. So what you don't have these, you know, if the combine get in the field it can
Rain fall about 4 to 5 weeks now this area non-stop every day rain.
How many acres? 100?
No,
how many
total
acres?
would be a few hundreds acres.
300-400
So none of the rice, none of the rice can cut.
The machine can't.
Nowhere, none of the land.
You gotta get 10 tractors.
How much days are the rice now?
Yeah, over 140 days.
Can't pass 140?
Yes, some day over 150 days.
The rice break.
Yeah, dry and break now.
Break. We spend our money.
Why you suggest? Why you
Pressy,
suggest?
there's a lot of farmers
We need
affected.
assistance.
So
assistance.
what help they can provide?
Financially or something.
To do what? You can't go in and get it. You can't go and get the paddy. You know? If you can't get the paddy, right? Because you can't go in the land now. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
So is there any way I can go and at least get a paddy, for seed paddy or something?
Oh, we can do that. Can we do that? The combine can work in mats and so? Let me send the RPA and the IA people to wait.
Where's Siraj?
They're here. Siraj! Where is Siraj?
He's at the back.
There's a problem. They're always at the back of the problem. Never in the problem. Always at the back of the problem.
If the sun holds up like 10 days, then
But the lose already, the rice overrun already, right? The rice actually, you know when a rice there 150 days what?
So if you get sun for next 5-6 days,
you can still try. You can still try.
If you walk, I will cut them out.
But you don't lose already.
Anyhow, Minister can come meet with you, right?
Yes.
How many farmers?
Huh?
How many are you on?
Me?
How many farmers?
You have a couple well here, man. About 10.
We'll come back and meet you.
Anyhow, we can come in with the forest before this weekend, before Sunday, and meet with y'all to see what can be done, right?
Thank you.
But y'all still hope the sun comes.
Yeah, we hope.
I'm glad if we come and see what the condition was.
So it's not that nobody disbelieves you. That face reality. So let us see when the sun comes out so we can. It is not right? You can imagine to pray some more. I'm going to temple and church. Everybody will help. That's the only thing that can help us with the sun, right? If you get 5 days sun, we can start.
Every day I will be glad for that.
But let me see too if we can use some mats. If the rain continues and use some mats and get back as much as we can get for seed.
You can't use mats in rain.
No, mat can't work on it.
No, you can throw the mat on the rice.
That's what I'm saying. You might lose some, but if you can get some and use it back as rice paddy, at least it come back in the system. A seed paddy. Alright. So, the guy from Larry Trade, where is he? Larry Trade. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. President, I am part of the executive. We got the CDC started this year. Since then, we've been engaging the NDC and the regional RDC. I've been doing some works, agriculture, drains, etc. But we've got a critical issue. The street has been in a deplorable state for like over 15 years.
So it's a street issue you have?
Road. Let's call it a road. The old
Give
road.
him that a problem with the road.
Yeah.
Come on. All right, so let me go now. I'm going to Hague now. All right? You want to raise something? Yeah, come.
Yes, I am from Laboratory Mr. President. And facing a problem since like 1989 with the street, and which in how far the guy talk about, the one said it's a bit easier. So where we are living, what in
Yes,
good man.
All right, good.
You're going in there, right? Okay. No, you got
Your smile.
Let's come up quickly, come up quickly, please. Come
Finish just the approach right in front.
What's your?
Just now, just now. After that.
What do you go over there? School level, right? This one big fee.
Amigo, tú explica that you know you
This year?
I'm from the metallic night, sweetheart.
Good night, how are you?
I'm okay, sweetheart. Anyhow, I just want to walk. Because if you walk, I can't. I'm a single
Minister! Yendar!
Mr. Yendar, please come.
I was very close to
Excuse me. Come at you. Come at you. Come at you.
You must pay me.